can see here that there hasn't been a lot of movement in the number of cases across the country, and that does have authorities hopeful that these physical distancing measures have been working. We're up to 6,325 cases. Unfortunately, the death toll has, however, risen to 61, an extra 2 cases just added. But crucially, 3,300 have now recovered. The New South Wales toll remains the highest, 2,854, more than double Victoria, 1,268 cases there. WA and South Australia still sitting very much on par, but WA has edged over that 500 number. Queensland has reached 983 cases. Tasmania up to 144, with that cluster in the northwest now driving those numbers up ahead of the ACT on 102 cases. In the Northern Territory, just sitting on 28. Now, here's the coronavirus curve. This is what has authorities hopeful that the physical distancing measures are working. Yesterday, just 22 cases added. However, this does come with the important caveat that it has been the Easter long weekend. There are concerns that people, given the isolation, haven't been presenting. There haven't been the same number of tests. We will keep an eye on that, as you can imagine. Now, the Chief Medical Officer, Brendan Murphy, spoke to Sky News a short time ago. We know the flat
6,322 cases by my early morning report. So that's continuing the current trend, which has been positive with a reduction in the number of cases. But I do emphasise that it's not time to be complacent. This is a highly infectious virus, and it's far too early to think about moving any restrictions at the moment. We won't know for a week or 10 days what's happened with people moving around over Easter, although we believe people have generally behaved well.
Now, let's check in on the coronavirus situation right around the world. There are now over 1.8 million cases worldwide, and the global death toll has risen above 113,000. UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson's been discharged from hospital, thanking NHS staff for saving his life. The death tolls in France and New York State are showing signs of flattening out, but the death toll in Spain has spiked again after a period of slowing. The Pope has delivered an Easter message via live stream for the first time, an Easter Mass rather, I should say, and Singapore has recorded more than 200 new infections. The country is being monitored for a so-called second wave outbreak after easing strict social distancing laws. Let's take a look at the number of new cases around the world now. You can see here that we really have that cluster in the USA taking hold, that they have really become the new epicentre. The UK, Turkey, Italy, all sitting on similar numbers there. Spain now we can see as, while it was previously an epicentre, not really surging on the same level that the US is, although there is a huge population disparity there. France and Russia sitting around the same levels. Now let's have a look at the number of coronavirus tests conducted per million people. Now, this is a really much more accurate look at the cases because we do have such different populations in each country. And you can see there Australia used to lead on this measure, but Italy has overtaken with 16,708 tests per million people. They really needed to, because for so long they were the epicentre and have had so many fatalities there as well. Germany not far behind. Belgium and the USA, not a great measure there for the USA considering how many cases that they have. Also Spain and the UK.